Hello, I'm Beth Joey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel where I paint my face, turn my camera on, and talk about some books. It's time for another On the Hook to Read the Book video, which is essentially, if you haven't been here before, a video where I run through my TBRs of the days of old, of the past, over the past couple months, year, depending on how long ago I made the video, and I run through whether or not I've actually read the books that I set for myself in those TBRs. So now that we are just about to jump into summer 2023, I am so excited for the longer days, the warmer weather. Need to buy myself a fan because I always end up wanting one right when they run out of stock because everybody gets a fan. But anyway, that's another thing entirely. Because we're about to go into summer, I'm going to run you through my summer anticipated releases from 2022 and we're gonna see if I read them. The first book is Stuck With You by Ali Hazelwood. I think this is a compilation of a bunch of her novellas, which are all sort of STEMinist based, and I have not read this book. Then we've got Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I gave this book 4 stars. I have actually read it. I really enjoyed it. Then we've got How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. I don't really remember this book, what it's about, or anything about it, so it basically disappeared off my radar after I put it in this TBR. So I definitely have not read it. Then we've got The Charmed List by Julie Abe. Same as the previous book. This has fallen off my radar since I put it in this TBR, so again, haven't read it, not really that intrigued to. Then we've got Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson, which I read, did not like, and immediately unhauled. I gave this book 2 stars. I really hope the person that I sold it to on Vinted enjoys this book, but unfortunately I didn't. Then we've got My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I give this book 3 stars. It was kind of the beginning of the end of my experience with Tessa Bailey novels. I enjoyed it, but I ultimately kind of think a lot of her heroes and heroines are very toxic. They're not well matched and I just can't get behind that. Then we've got The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I did attempt this book, but I DNF'd it not that far into the story because at the end of the day, I just wasn't interested by it. It was kind of this woman watching through her window at another woman's life and it just got really creepy. It weirded me out and it just wasn't as high stakes as I wanted it to be. Then we've got The Girl Who Survived by Lisa Jackson. Kind of similar to some of the previous books. This completely dropped off my radar after I put it on this TBR, so I have not read it and I really don't remember anything about it. Then we've got The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I did give this book 4 stars, but I'm thinking of revising my rating because whilst I enjoyed this series as a whole, I think it really started to get worse as the series went on, and ultimately the main character didn't really end up with the brother that I wanted her to, which kind of annoyed me, and the mystery wasn't as good. Then we've got Lore Olympus Volume 2 by Rachel Smythe. I have read and loved this graphic novel. I gave it, I think, 4 or 5 stars. I think the way it sort of romanticizes the Hades and Persephone sort of story is really adorable, and I really love just how awkward and uncomfortable Hades is, and how Persephone is she's naive but she's gorgeous, but the way that they're just both so awkward is just amazing. Then we've got These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. I don't know why I put this on the list because I haven't read the first book, These Hollow Vows, so why would I be anticipating the second one? But I own both of them. They're just up here in my bookshelf, so I do need to read them both at some point, but I haven't read either of them. Then we've got A Botanist's Guide to Parties and Poisons by Kate Kavari. Again, this is one that's dropped off my radar since I put it on this TBR, but just the title kind of still intrigues me, so this one might be something that I pick up again soon. I'll have to take a look at the ratings and see. Then we've got Last Call at the Nightingale by Catherine Shulman, which I have not read. Again, fell off my radar, and I think part of the reason why I want to read this so much is because the title reminds me of Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe, and I loved that book. I think they're very different stories though. I think this one's more of a murder mystery, and that one is definitely not. It's like a coming of age queer romance. It's beautiful. But yeah, I haven't read this one, but I'm still kind of intrigued by it, but I think that's probably cross-contamination because of the similar titles. Then we've got The Librarian Spy by Madeline Martin. Again, it's dropped off my radar, not that interested in reading it. Then we've got The Lost Girls of Willowbrook by Ellen Marie Wiseman. Again, dropped off my radar, not that interested in it anymore. And lastly, we've got The Codebreaker's Secret by Sarah Ackerman. Again, completely dropped off my radar, not that interested in reading it, so yeah, haven't read that either. All in all, that is my summer anticipated releases from 2022. I did not do a very good job at reading them. I think I only read a couple of them, so hopefully I do better this time. I'll have another video coming in the next couple days with my summer anticipated releases for this year, so fingers crossed I actually read some of these. I've been more strategic with the list, so it's things I'm actually keen on because I've read from the author before, or it's part of a series I'm enjoying or something along those lines. Plus I'm going to make the list shorter, but Anyway, that's my latest On the Hook to Read the Book series video. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do let me know by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell all down below. It's a super easy way to help my channel grow. And if there's any books that you think I should read this summer, please do let me know in the comments down below. I love talking to you guys, and I do my best to reply to every single comment. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye!